SNK Premier Oscar Mabuyane plans to legally challenge the University of Fort Hare's decision to deregister him as a student. This took place in 2021 after it emerged that proper admission procedures were allegedly not followed. President Cyril Ramaphosa then authorized the SIU to probe alleged corruption and maladministration at the university, including the enrolment of honors students and with the awarding of degrees. Well, let's stay with this story and speak now to the Special Investigating Unit spokesperson because it says the ruling does not affect its probe. Spokesperson Kaizer Kganyago joining us now on the line. Mr. Kganyago, good evening to you. Thank you very much for your time. Let's start with your understanding of this court order dated 23 October 2025. How does it affect your investigations?
Thank you very much, Xoli, and thank you to the viewers and listeners. We have noted this outcome that has come, and from where we are sitting, it is an outcome that is related to what happened when the Premier challenged us around the proclamation that was issued in 2022, and this is the second or part B of that. But subsequent to that, we had moved. We moved to a point where we were able to amend, because if you remember, the bone of contention at the time was the fact that the proclamation, the 2022 proclamation, did not mention a master's degree specifically. Therefore, he was saying because the probe that was related to him was about masters, therefore we can't probe because he doesn't mention that. Therefore, we have moved as an organization. We went and amended the proclamation. It was reissued. The new one was issued in 2024, and our investigations now are based on that particular one and not the one of 2022.
Okay, so the 2022 proclamation is amended and there is a new one which with the stamp of 2024. So what is the status of the SIU investigation specifically as it surrounds Oscar Mabuyane and his qualification slash registration at Fort Hare University?
Yeah, the investigation is ongoing. And like I always say, Xoli, it's not about the individual. In the new proclamation, we are now going to continue with the investigation of the masters, and not only the masters, but also the doctorates, because that is what we have added in the amended proclamation. Therefore, we will investigate all of the people who went into the master's program in cases where things might not have happened in the right way. That will be inclusive of him if he's one of those that are involved, because we never went out and said he is one of the people that we are looking at. It was him who went and took us to court.
What is alleged to have happened?
Yeah, at the moment we can't give you details, because if we give you details, we'll be opening ourselves into a situation where some of the things might be closed up. Allow us to do the investigation, and we promise you that, as we always do, we'll go public about all the investigation, including the honors degrees, the master's degrees, and the doctoral degrees.
Yeah. Let me make reference to the court order, and it says the probe is unconstitutional and an abuse of power. How do you rationalize that? How do you respond to that? And what do you think it is in reference to?
It is clearly in reference to the fact that at the time, it was indicated that we don't have the right to investigate masters because it is not explicitly indicated in the proclamation. At the time, we felt that we are looking at all the qualifications, but we took a poster that says we are not going to comment or challenge it at the time, because in that judgment of the first matter of the in the court in the High Court in Bisho, it was the judge was very clear to say nothing stops the SIU from going back to the president and making sure that the proclamation is changed and include all of those things. But if you read that judgment again, there's somewhere where it even says that there's nothing wrong with the investigation of the SIU. Therefore, it's just a matter of different judges having different views about the matter.
Yeah. So as we conclude our conversation tonight, what you are saying is that the long and short of this is that investigations continue, and yes, you may not necessarily be individual specific, but if Oscar Mabuyane falls within the remit of what you are investigating, he very well is part and parcel of your investigation.
No, definitely, Tony. We are saying that we don't want to make it about the individual, but at the end of it all, if the individual is found to be part of it at the end, we will be able to then deal with that way.
The court order, finally, seems to have issued cost orders. Are you aware of that? And what is your response to those? Are you basically going to pay up for his legal costs? Because I think that's what it purports.
Yeah, no, we saw that. It includes a cost order. We will look into it, and then we will decide what we are going to do about it. Our lawyers will look into it.
SIU spokesperson Kaizer Kganyago, thank you very much for your time and clarity tonight.